Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, Mr. Cole. Welcome back to Baja Control HD. As last time out, we won our first league with our trophy truck in the Zero Gravity League. Now we head to the Optima Performance League with 6 races, this time instead of 5, as we head to the Lake Powell environment first up and the Antelope Canyon track. Here is our beast. With our new sponsor as well on the side, looking pretty nice. As we've got 3 laps here in the desert, trying to get away at the start. Looks like Scoroni did not. As we go downhill into the back of a couple of drivers. We go for the left-hander. So this race being 3 laps long could be a long race. This is a long track, maybe. Or it's the canyon track, the one with the jumps, as we're up to 4th. Ahead of Russ. We've got Rob, should I say. We were part of a mob, it feels like, at the start. Got BJ Baldwin. I asked what the BJ stands for. And then we've got Pete in the lead. As you say hello to our mechanics. You know, you've got to let them know that you're there. You know, the race has started. Make sure they're awake. It's all going a bit wide. Had to actually use the brake for once. In the middle of a corner. It looks like we've finally slotted into second. Look how bumpy this is. Our trophy truck is going to take a battering every lap as we try and manoeuvre to the inside. That was too easy, Pete. What are you doing? Or maybe he's playing the long game. As I said, very bumpy, but he's just nicking after his truck. Then us go out in front as the hare. And then he just turtles by us at the end. As actually, it's a short track. Only 1 minute 22 to do a lap. So there goes the engine, here goes the shocks and clutch. Even though we weren't over a jump, they just decided to join the engine in forward and apart. As they normally do, to be fair. So go over the jump, that didn't sound good on the landing. They short shift it down to second very early. They go past the power plant as well. No, not into the rocks. Get going again. What are you doing? We built this lead and now we're just humping some rocks. It's too early for that trophy truck. Oh, we just about make the jump. We've landed it. Perfect. We got this. As he definitely got the pit though. I'm not sure anyone else is though. And this should be our only pit stop of the race, hopefully. Actually, BJ Baldwin's been very slow. He's had to come in. So is Scoroli. Got Jerry behind now. We've got Larry in front. To go through this section. That is pretty fun. With the trophy truck. Just like the buggy. Sliding that rear through the sections. Oh, and look at everyone slowing down in front. As you've got Gavin in front. What name? Parodi. And we've got Alan. I still don't know how to say that surname. Despite us being in one of his trophy trucks. They go either side of Larry. Was a bit like Zonta all those years ago now. The Belgian Grand Prix when Schumacher and Hakkinen went either side of him. There's a left front that's wobbling. There's a lead that's wobbling as well as we're gaining hand over fist on Pete. Let's go up the hill, got to be cautious. As we definitely do not want to pit on this final lap. Want to keep this car going over these jumps as well as, oh Pete! That's not how you land it, buddy. Look, it's don't need to short shift down to second. As we keep it in third. This time we don't hump the rock. Land on all 4s. No! Left rear's gone. We have to pit. Get it down to first. Do a pit stop. But so what everyone else, I think. No, Adam doesn't. Adam's staying out. Brave man, as we will get the least guaranteed second in if we keep going just ahead of Jerry. Rejoin. But everyone else struggling. Oh, so is Alan. As we look down the inside. Not the move to do. In these trucks or off-road is down the inside. It's always around the outside. Keep that momentum going. As we do get past Alan. His stuttering machine has got BJ Baldwin on the hunt as well. Up into second is BJ. As we go for the final sector now of this lap. And taking our first victory. Have a potential 6. Just picking up where we left off. Now, firstly, we do love this trophy truck. As there's some gold. As it was Ross who rounded out the podium ahead of David Scaroli, despite being at the back the whole race. He's somehow finishing in 4th. Ahead of Alan, who just crawled to the finish. And it's Larry at the back. So that's 1 down, 5 to go as we head to the Yundi Salt Flats and the Bloody Basin. As this could be war then in this second race, as you got another 3-lapper. Hopefully it's a short course again. Maybe that's what this league is. It's going to be all short courses. And I do expect that with 7 and 8 races in the next couple of leagues as well. I don't expect them to be long racetracks. Maybe the odd one, but not all of them, as we're already in the lead. Pete, you're making it too easy for us. No, there goes the right rear already. Now we're just going to have to try and hold everything up until we find the pits. It looks like we're going to the right after this. Oh, this is massive jumps. This is hell. This is torture for a trophy truck. There goes the suspension already. We're like half a lap in. The suspension's already said goodbye. You've got Pete and Larry now. Rob joining in the battle. As we go downhill through the left hand. They use that banking. Keep that momentum up. Do not hit that wildlife as well. Do not hump the rocks. Trophy truck. It's a bit early for that. As they're actually falling back as well, Pete and Ross. Are they so damaged as we go over the road? No traffic this time. There goes the engine as well. Actually pit for the first time, or potentially 3. As we rejoin in 5th, do we? No, 4th, just ahead of BJ. We've got Anne in front. We've got damaged cars in front. Once again, our opponent's been a bit stupid as... Oh, we've got 2 different routes there we could have taken. That's interesting. We're just going to saddle the middle route, shall we? So battling with BJ. Oh, hello. No, it's Alan instead. We're actually up to 3rd, or battling for 3rd. So there we go. Look at the top 4 virtually side by side. It's got a massive jump. Oh, we land on Russ. That is one way to keep all 4 wheels pointing in the right direction, as it's a 2-minute lap time, so actually not that short. But look at that move around the outside. The power move. Let's get ahead of Pete. Come on, let's see if we can land it. No, there goes the left rear this time. We are going to have to pit every lap. I don't see how we do that jump without buggering up a wheel. But so does everyone else, it looks like. Pete's still going relatively quickly. There goes the engine as well, in sympathy. I've just seen that left rear go. And you've got BJ in 3rd. Very slow, just like us. They're all slowing each other down behind. So no doubt we've got Russ in 4th. And BJ and Russ are looking like our main title rivals. Pete maybe got the pace, but might not get the results. Be one of those drivers. As we are literally crawling across the road now. Hopefully we don't get punted. We survive again to live another day. Let's go into our pits. Try and take the shortest route we can. Try and move those cones as well. Confuse the other drivers, of course. And it's all part of the game. All part of the tactics. Off-road racing has now Rob up to 2nd. Obviously his car's not that bad. As we get going again. Look at it, he's got 3 roads to choose from. I thought it was only 2. And you keep all 4 wheels pointing in the right direction after that jump. Most importantly. Over every jump, we'll be very cautious now. Heading on to the final lap. But look at that lead, 25 seconds. Can almost do this in reverse. There you go, massive jump. Oh, he landed on the cactus. There goes some body work. But again, we keep all 4 wheels pointing in the right direction. As you set a new record again around 2 minutes. So not too bad at all. As we on this final lap, we've got 20-second lead. And oh, we actually kept all 4 going in the right direction. There goes the shocks and clutch though. So at least we've got all 4 wheels working. We might not even pit this final lap. If that's the case, by the time we go to the checkpoint. No, of course, there goes the right rear. We tempted fate, didn't we? As the engine is now gone. We've still got almost a 30-second lead now. It always seems to massively increase in the first sector. What is going on? There's BJ's in issues, so we didn't quite use the bank in there. Rob's still best of the rest. Pete up to third now. Because now we're really struggling to get going. Don't know what is happening with the timing. Once again, it's gone a bit crazy. But they are gaining at a rapid pace. Look at Rob go. Even though we're going around 70 miles per hour, it's not that much slower. We're there towards the pits for the final time, keeping our mechanics busy this race. Let's get going again. Around a 10-second lead. Someone's scattered tyres all over the place. Trying to create some obstacles there. Let's take this road. I think it's the only road we haven't taken over. Let's go over here, jump over the road. And go into the final part of this lap. Of what it's actually been quite an easy race after that first lap. I thought it'd be a bit tougher with how rough the terrain is here. But everyone else is struggling, and now Pete's up to second ahead of Rob. We've got the massive jump. And then the finish line as we win once again. 2 from 2. Pete in second, Rob third, Jerry fourth, Russ fifth, BJ down in sixth, and David at the back. So we head to the halfway mark to the Nevada environment and the Casino Strip track. So we are revving up in the desert. By the buildings though. 4 laps now. Got to increase the lappers. Oh, we got a massive start there. Compared to the drivers in front who are just all going side by side very slowly, as it seems like Rob was very slow. So we just take the lead immediately. It's almost forgot the turn there. But this is a very short track if I remember. Just around a minute long. And these trophy trucks. Let's get out of here, Rob. They always seem to have that very slow start, our opponents there. As you go through the left-hander, use that banking. Get that rear out. Go past the pits, wave to our mechanics. Might not actually have to see us this race. How short this racetrack is. That's just going to be less than a minute, it looks like. More like 50 seconds is of that. Let's get out of here, buddy. Dogging along our sponsor. Gonna destroy your signs. There we go, 53.9. It's got a 5-second lead over Rob. Look at us cruise by these casinos. Could probably pop in one. Take a mid-race poker break. And still be winning it. The way our trophy truck is performing in this league. I feel like I shouldn't have enhanced the trophy truck at all. Should maybe strip the upgrade. See if make it a bit more competitive. Let's get out of here, cones. See again, just causing some disruption behind in case they want the pit. And I'm not sure they will because there's no massive jumps here. Here goes the engine already. After almost 2 laps. There goes the shocks and clutch. So 47.1. So it's such a short lap, there's no point in pitting, even if you are damaged. Especially now in the second half of the race. We've got a bit wide there. Palm trees are changing. What the hell is that? To the left hand side. Watch out for that on the final lap. I'll try and point it out. They're changing shape, which is a bit weird. So again, use that banking. Wave to the pit crew. Oh no, they're all in the casino. So we can't pit anyway. They're all gambling. Gambling on the horses. Playing some poker, some slots. Some baccarat. Blackjack as well. Still 47.5 as well with our apparently damaged machine. The engine and shocks and clutch. As we lead Rob. Which when he says he's turning into a major contender for us. We've got Russ in third. Where's BJ? Where's Pete? So there you go. Look at the left. Just changes. What's up with those textures? Let's look to the right. See if this tree does it all slightly. Not the same though. That's pretty weird. Let's go for the last couple of corners. Let's go for the final corner and we can head to the casino and pick up our crew after this race. Let's actually avoid the jump for once. We'll take this one. Whee! As that was a short blast around Vegas and another victory. 3 from 3 as we were very slow in this final lap. Good battle for second though behind. Who's won that? It was Jerry. What the hell? Where did Jerry come from? He was never second at all. Then we got David in third, Pete fourth, Robin fifth, and then BJ down in ninth, Alan at the back. So at the halfway mark, we've had some weird results. Where the heck did he come from second? But we've been consistent. Let's see if we can continue the winning ways in the second half of this league, beginning in the painted desert environment and the gold dust track. So we are in the sunset, it looks like. Racing at night. Oh, look at that shimmer. So at the start, that was pretty cool. So we've got another 4-lapper. Again, we've got some trucks very slow to get away. Alan, we go past him into 7th. There's Jerry, finished second last time. Gonna try and make a move on him already, or he blocks us. Oh, it's this track. Okay. Get out of here, Jerry. That's what you do for trying to challenge us. Finishing second, you're out of here next race. That's why no one's consistent. They know the wrath of the Kev. So battling with Larry for top 5. Got BJ in front. So this is another very short track. Going to be around a minute long at times. And look at the top 4 all over each other. Clamouring to lead across the line. At the end of his opening lap. We're very familiar with this track from some open class challenges. Oh, hello, Pete. Wants to give some of the treatment back to us. Unacceptable. We've got BJ battling for the lead with, it looks like Rob, and now we're trying to join on the outside. 3 into 2 wide straight, does not work. So unfortunately Rob's gone backwards. So we're all over BJ. Gonna nip to the inside. Not quite, it's pushed us wide. Oh, but I thought he was too high in the bank in there. Thought we out-tricked him, not quite. He's got Ross behind, so this is a 2-way battle in for the victory as we destroy some fences. Luckily there's no rocks there. Oh, we are a bit slow as the engine taking a hammer. We might actually have to pit mid-race. So it's been again another short track. Is it worth pitting? Especially if we keep all wheels pointing in the right direction. Look again through that bank curve, getting a superb launch towards the line as the shocks and clutch are gone now. Let's enter the second half of the race. We've finally broken BJ. And there we go, around a minute that time, just 300ths over it, to be exact. So let's see if we can pull the lead then. No opponents. We've got to get it down to third now for this banked corner. Well, yeah, we are pretty slow. It feels very pedestrian, even though it looks like we're pulling out of the lead on BJ's. Trying to keep Russ behind. Shall we pit? Go, go, go. What the hell? Keep going. That is weird. And everyone else has pitted as well. What the hell? We could not get going. Was there like a cone in the way or something? That was really strange. But here we go. The top 6. Crowded over each other. You put a blanket over them. As we head on to the final lap. This should be a good race to the finish. We try and launch ourselves down the inside into third. Get out of here, Pete. Is all they're letting BJ get away, is that? Yeah, honk your horn at me. It's Russ who's defending his rival. It looks like. Get out of the way, Russ. Let's get after Baldwin. So that was very slow. Let's come on, let's launch it as this like good old Sir Rubber Band has come into play. So we are actually gaining on Baldwin. With a couple of corners to go. This was a very close finish, but remember the launch we get off that left-hander with the massive banking. That could decide this race. As he go towards the jump. Whoa, that was sideways. Actually, in the end, Baldwin just got caught in the scenery, in the shrubbery there on the inside. As he used the banking. As the engine is gone, but we don't care. It's our 4th win from 4 races. And a new fastest lap as well. 58.3 or 4. Ahead of Baldwin, David in 3rd. Then we've got Russ, Larry, Pete in 9th, Rob in 10th. So it's looking very good. Heading to the penultimate race of the season. Let's get those KMC wheels on us. As next up is the Lake Powell Environment return there, but this time the Crazy Horse track. And here we are in some glorious sunshine for 5 lapper. This should be a very short track then. I think this one's around 40 to 50 seconds long. If I'm thinking of the right one. As once again Alan with a shocking start. Someone's going to tell him how to pull his clutch in or something at the start. That's already up to 2nd behind Russ. Who we're not big fans of after that last race. Trying to hold up everyone for Baldwin. They're colluding the opponents. As we go a bit wide there. I don't blame them. Must be a bit disheartening. Seeing us win everything. But still, 9 against 1. The one will win. At least at the moment. But we're going to hit a rabbit now and destroy the truck or something. In this race. Let's go over the jump. And go downhill. This is not the racetrack I was thinking of. But it is around a minute long, the laps. And it's like, this is the final corner. So it's a bit longer than the track I was thinking of, I think. No, this is actually the track I was thinking of. So yeah, it's a bit longer than I remember. Let's just get into high gear, and as I heard the engine sounding a bit rough, and of course it goes already. But we've got a 7-second lead over Rob. But I keep saying different names for him. So he's going to be Rib in the last race, I think. Because you've got Russ in 3rd. We go through this section. This is a very different track to the others, isn't it? It's very tight and twisty. Very much one path. Maybe 1.5 in these trophy trucks, or 2. You could maybe force 2 lanes out of this. But it's ridiculous. This lead. There's Rob and Russ. Batting for the podium. No Baldwin, no Pete in sight. There's our faster lap, 58.75. So it goes to shocks and clutch. You might actually have the pit on this lap then. So we can have a good car for the second half of the race. It's going to keep it in 3rd. Doesn't even look like they're battling behind. Looks like Rob's got a slight lead. Just to say that timing's fucked up. It's around 7.653 seconds. As we actually get into reverse, we're actually trying to show off now. Try and win this in reverse. Look at that mistake though. That's what happens when you lose momentum. You lose around 10 seconds, isn't it? Like to everyone behind. And you're struggling to get over 50 miles per hour. On such an uphill course for the first part and then downhill in the second. No wonder we're struggling, but here we go. Got some speed again. Get up to 3rd. And then head to the pits. And start the next lap. I still don't know who's they're battling behind or not. Looks like they are now. It looks like Russ has caught back up. We go on to the 4th lap. Say hi to our pit crew. Haven't had much love in the previous couple of races. But say hi to them now. And there's no cone to prevent us from leaving this time. So we'll go uphill for the penultimate time. Go towards the sun. And then down towards hell. Or the hairpin, should I say. As the gap is still the same, so I'm guessing they've pitted behind, and it was like... Because the gap was around 10 to 15 seconds, and it's still in that region, so... Guessing everyone else had the same idea. A fresh vehicle for the last couple of laps. Not even seeing any wildlife on this track. I thought we'd see at least a rabbit or 2, but they're probably a bit scared of the big trophy trucks. Maybe it was like the VW Beetle that come out to play, but doesn't look like it has. You can see some of our opponents to the left-hand side there. So they go through the hairpin. While we go through the final corner. Onto the final lap. Do not hit the rocks. Don't want to be somersaulting into the air. If there goes the engine already. It lasted around a lap. Good old engine. Seriously, how are we going to do these endurance events? The Baja 1000, etc. in this vehicle? As you go downhill, over the bumps, back that vehicle in, do not go into reverse. You can just straight line a couple of these corners as well. Make sure you use the banking still though to keep that momentum up. Especially downhill, look at that run we get. There's not much turning to do then. Let's go into the last couple of corners, making it 5 from 5. This has been a very routine. There you go. Just as I say, we don't have any environments or wildlife in the environment. There goes a rabbit across us. There's an eagle overhead. Because America. So another victory. As we won by over 30 seconds ahead of us with Jerry in third, David fourth, Rob fifth, Pete sixth, Larry at the back. So 5 from 5. Can we make it 6 from 6? So we get an invitational as we go to the Mongolong Rim and the Beaver Creek. Yes, here we are lining up under the sunset for 5 glorious laps, no doubt, in not the desert. We're in the countryside now, on some over very bumpy terrain it looks like. So once again, David, Alan, etc. don't get a good start. Let's try and go down the inside of Jerry. Just about do that. Oh, it's this track. This is another very short track. As well, what are you doing, Rob? Driving into us. And by short, I mean this is around 40 seconds on, I think. Because that's the final corner in front. And Pete's got a massive lead thanks to Rob. Thanks for that, Rob. So yeah, around 45 seconds in this first lap. And then subsequent laps could be under that 45-second mark. So you might not even have to pit for this race. It's been such a short lap, but this should be fun, a short blast. These trophy trucks, it's like go-karting with them. We'll track this short. Try and go around the outside of Pete. Yeah, we were going to take this route anyway, Pete. Thanks for pushing us here. No, did we run over the bunny rabbit? We might have had a tragedy on our hands here. I apologise you had to witness that. Let's go for the final corner. We've got Russ in third. It's actually under 40 seconds. 39.06. As the engine is gone, we're barely accelerating over all of these bumps. Once again, just trying to use that momentum. And it looks like we are building the lead to Pete. So let's take the inside line in. Let's see what Rob wanted to do so much on the opening lap. Bit of a rubbish route, to be honest. Bit slow in, bit slow out. Let's get out of the way, bunny rabbit. You've already claimed one of your brothers and sisters. I want to claim you as well. So we try and head towards the line with 4k revs at the speed limit. With a 43.8. Here comes Rob then. The gain on us. Oh, here goes Pete, should I say. Pete down our inside. But we want this 100% record, so Pete, get out of it. As there goes to shocks and clutch. I think the bridge is the best line, like overall, as we go into a wooden log. The beavers, they saw what we did to the rabbits. They're trying to battle back. Trying to block the river path there. You've got to get it down to second. My God. So you cross the line with 47.5. It does show you that damage is definitely real. No, the engine is definitely damaged. So the shocks and clutch, it really is slowing down. Our trophy truck is on the final lap of this league. Got Baldwin up to third now, either Rob. Let's try and take the bridge for this final lap. There we go. Because we don't want to get into the Beaver Creek and get stopped by them. As we go through the final corner, and it's like Russ is now making a charge for second ahead of Pete. As we could virtually get out and push this truck over the line. That's how slow it feels like we're going as we win again. 6 from 6. We're bordering in third. Pete off the podium in the end, despite being second for most of the race. And Jerry and Larry and Galen and Alan, David and Robin last. So, magnificent 6 from 6. Crushed the opposition with Russ in second, Baldwin in third, Jerry in fourth, Scaroli in fifth, Pete in sixth, Robin seventh, Larry at the back. And we get a Jimco racing truck, GNR racing truck, Baldwin Motorsports truck, an invitational. We get all the things for our second Trophy Truck League victory. As next time out we head to the MSD Ignite This League, 7 races long. Let's see if we can make a magnificent 7 out of 7 next time out. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.